Okay. Hello, my name is Michelle Lau, a gallerist based in New York. I'm also hosting a weekly virtual artist interview for Golden Door exhibition. Golden Door is currently on view at the Silvermine Arts Center, which is located in New Canaan, Connecticut. The exhibition tells the story of becoming American and being American by 11 artists originally from different parts of the world. This is towards the tail of this program because the show ends in January 16th. Today I'm speaking with one of the artists, Eric Chiang. He is currently in Silvermine Arts Center. Welcome. Hi Eric, how are you?
Hi, Michelle. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, Eric has an interesting experience, life experience prior to become artist. Eric, you will grow up in Taiwan and went to school
That's right.
training for arts. But at some point, you decided to study IT and came to America working on Wall Street for many years, right?
Yes.
And now Eric is a full-time artist and located currently is in Connecticut. In fact, Eric just came back from Taiwan. So how is the situation in Taiwan right now, and how was your trip?
Yeah, the trip was surprisingly smooth. I guess that actually not that many people in the airport and very few people in the airplane as well. So that kind of I felt safer that way. And then Taiwan is a country is doing quite well. I guess also because of its geographical situation. It's an island, so it's all surrounded by water, and then the only port you can get into is pretty much the airport. So they have very tight control in the airport and quarantine procedures and all that. So I had 14 days quarantine over there, and then did some business, and then came back and for again another 14 days of self quarantine at home. Yeah, but overall was smooth. Yeah.
That's great. And you were there to prepare exhibition for your
Yes.
work. So you, Eric, currently is standing in front of this piece, and thank you for being there. So it really tells us the scale of the work. It looks like it's composed of 6 panels.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, tell us about the work, the title, the influence and inspiration, and also the material.
The title is Ode to Earth. It's 1 through 6. And how I conceived this was I always loved Mahler's, the composer Gustav Mahler's symphonies, and then especially his first symphony, the fourth movement. At the beginning of it, if you get the chance to listen to it, it's like lightning. It's like storming to me. So I was immediately hit by this huge lightning, and then I decided to pen it down, and I visualized it as the storm seems to be coming down from the infinitely rich, frigid universe coming down to the earth, and the lightning was so powerful that it splits the mountain, and the clouds is so heavy that you cannot breathe, and the cliff is so precipitous that nothing can stay on it, so on and so forth. It's very kind of stormy things. And then at the end, I always feel that lives, no matter how small, how tiny, or how big, or how intelligent or not, it's definitely worth admiring, because in such kind of very hostile environment, the lives manage to cling onto the cracks of the rocks, of fallen rocks, even on the cliffs, and then gradually, not only they persevere, they actually added colors into this world, and add the colors onto the earth, and then it became the interaction between the living things and the earth, and even making it even more beautiful. So that's the whole thing. That's why it's termed as an ode to earth. And then technical wise, at the same time, in the meantime, I was developing this a series called Land Script, which comes from the notion or question I always had about what if our land or the earth were to write a story about itself? How would it do it? And what would it do it in? And so as a visual artist, I thought the texture itself could be the best way that our land would give us. So I developed a technique that without human touch on the canvas, because I want to try to emulate how the land, the earth kind of evolved. So I use the paint, different kind of oil paint blobs, and with different kind of viscosity and density. I use the turpentine and water to kind of spray onto this, paint blobs, try to emulate how the storm or the weather kind of had effect on the earth. And then I even used the head dryer blower to emulate the strong wind, and I tilted the canvas to again emulate the gravity, working on this paint blobs, which again mimic the earth. So the result was this very surprisingly realistic and very earthy and natural. And I must say that had I used the brush or pen knives, I would not be able to paint it this way.
So do you have, when you make this work, do you have some image in mind or some kind of drawings or some photographs there to inspire you to make this, or is it completely out of your imagination? There's an abstraction leading towards some landscape?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I did not follow any particular photo, and it's all kind of my feeling and visualization out of Mahler's music. And then as I developed things, different ideas started to come to me, like adding this waterfall here, the cliffs over there. So it's kind of very interactive, all within my head, all visualization between the music and the visual world.
I see. Yeah, because the work itself, when you see it in person, I was at the Silvermine a couple of weeks ago, and I think it's a very strong impact when you see the work in front of you. And I'm also interested in why do you decide to use this 6 panel to compose the painting?
I did not, to start with, I did not conceive to have 6 panels. I actually started with the 4 panels. Those are the 4 on the left-hand side. And then as time goes, which actually after 1 year, I decided to kind of extend it. And so the 2 panels on the right-hand side were added about a year later. And then I might, in the future, I might continue to add to these panels, because I don't think the stories are ending yet.
So do you foresee you making more works from this series?
Yes. And I think there are more to tell in terms of the earth, our land, and the interaction with the lives on it. So.
And how many more work do you think you're going to continue in this series?
I don't know yet, but it's definitely going to extend. Now, for example, in my other series, the land script series, it started with the 3 paintings, and now it's become a 12 painting series, and stretching 48 feet wide. So about this one, I think it probably will evolve as time goes by, and then probably will become quite a big painting series as well.
Fantastic. And also, can you tell us a little bit about this lockdown situation? It's been going on almost a year now, and as you are working in the studio, a little bit isolated. How is this experience influence your work? Because I would think your inspiration draw from Mudre, being in an isolated situation, probably will really influence your imagination to a different level.
Yes, definitely. Actually, because my studio is located in a very big building, and actually not that many artists are going there every day, so it's kind of a safe place for me to create art. And in terms of what's coming, good or bad, I always have tons of ideas that I want to execute or implement. So that will pretty much last me for another couple of years, if not more. And in terms of the inspiration and all that, music, classical music has always been the great stimulation for me, and actually most of the paintings I have done actually originated or derived from the visualization of the music I listened to, such as this one. So yeah, I guess as long as I continue to listen to the music, I will continue to create or visualize some artwork.
Such a nice way to, I think, for us to end our interview today. Thank you very much for being with us, Eric, and thank you for all the audience for following us for the past almost 2 months. Again, next week I have a final interview, and that will conclude the series. But please, when you have time, do come to the website, or if you happen to be in the neighborhood of Silvermine, come and visit us. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Michelle, and thank you for all the art lovers.